Hello everyone and welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Hannah, I am your host, and today I am welcoming you to 2025, and we're going to be doing our January TBR. Now we are going to be using our little prompt jar, which I did use last year. We're recycling. I have replaced all the prompts we had last year back into the jar too. Some of them might be out of date. I'm not sure whether I've read some of the books, so. And we're going to be choosing 9 books for the month. By the time you're seeing this, it will already be mid-January, so I hope your reading is going well. Let me know what books you're up to, and let's get into the choosing. Now this video will just be me choosing the book and the rough series, genre, author. But I'll go into more what it's about in either reading vlogs or the wrap-up. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in any of these books. For prompt number 1, we are going to have... Oh, 2. No, you're not going to see this, but I'll have it on the bottom of the screen. We have Country or Cowboy Vibes. That sounds like it will probably be a romance, and probably it will be a Kindle book, because I don't think I own any Cowboy Vibes. So we have a Country / Cowboy Vibes. I'm falling for the grumpy farmer. I think I just thought of one. Right there. We have Mates at Billabong by Mary Grant Bruce, which is an Australian country. I remembered it in time so that I don't have to do a Kindle. Yay! And then on to choice number 2, or prompt number 2. A Little Orange. The colours mean nothing, by the way. Historical or war novel? Those 2 different things, historical and war. So I guess I get to pick, or it could be a historical war novel. My mum actually owns quite a few. Ooh. On our other little shelving unit. So for this option, a historical war novel, I've actually just gone with the historical fiction. Literary fiction classic Anne of Avonlea by L.M. Montgomery. This is the second book in the Anne of Green Gables series. So going to continue on with this one. Love this cover. So cute. Up to prompt number 3. Another orange. A big with no person on the cover. A book with no person on the cover. This is actually a difficult one. Some people don't like when there's a person, you know, cartoon, drawn or otherwise. But I do. I like to visualize, but it's a no. So that has a person. I could do my reread. Oh, I know. All right, we have a couple of options for this one. The first one is Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And it's part of the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. It's number 3. I assume we're following 4 new little stories from the cafe. Otherwise, we have Eragon. I've decided to try out the Inheritance series by Christopher Paolini. So that's our other option. It's a chunky one. Yeah. So between these two, I mean, both of these books I did borrow from a friend, so I think we're going to go with Before Your Memory Fades as our third book. We grab our little prompt. Again, there's no person on the cover. There you go. Prompt number 4 is going to be a green one. It's upside down. A book from your favourite genre. My favourite genre is fantasy. So we get to choose a fantasy. There are so many fantasy books I can choose from. I do have the third novel in the Caspian Chronicles series, or I have K.M. Shea's Crown of Shadows series, which is actually the Court of Midnight and Deception. So the second book, whatever it is. I think I'm going to go with whatever that book is. Good news, so good. So we do have book 2 of Court of Midnight and Deception, and the next book is Crown of Moonlight. Or, on top of those ones, we do have Eragon, which is a fantasy. I think I'm going to go with Crown of Moonlight by K.M. Shea. Just because I love that series and I have been wanting to continue it sooner rather than later, so we'll lock it in for book number 4. On to prompt number 5. That's 2. Oh, this one has a bit of bleeding on it. It's gotten wet. Does that mean I've had it before? I can't really do this one. A book published this year. When I'm filming this, there hasn't been enough time for a book to be published this year, so we're going to have to redraw. An Enid Blyton mystery, which means we're going to be continuing on with the Five Hours mystery series. And it is The Mystery of the Secret Room. Last year we read book 1 and 2 of the Five Hours series, and now we get to read book 3, which of course is The Mystery of the Secret Room. So hopefully we see a lot more about Bets and Frederick and Buster. So there you go, number 5 down. On to choice number 6. A blue? A cliche trope book. Oh, this is definitely going to be a Kindle Unlimited one. I don't think I have many trope books. So that's like either an arranged marriage or, you know, usually those kind of books. Enemies to lovers, like really cliche. Something along those lines. So let's dive back into the Unlimiteds to try and find a book that has a blatant trope. Cliche trope book. Let me look at the series I've already started. Okay, let's see the next Happy Series one. There it is. Alright, Romancing Grump by Jenny Proctor. It's very cliche. It is a grumpy syndrome, fake dating, ice hockey. No. Oh no, no. No. Sweater winner. Sweater winner. I've got that one. Oh, well. It lists the tropes. Enemies to others, single dad to attack down. Just nah. Best friend's brother. Childhood crush. No, I think I'm gonna go with the Appies. Yep. There we go. That's our choice. It's gonna be Romancing the Grump by Jenny Proctor. An ice hockey romance. There we go. Another one down. Okay, prompt number, well, one fell out. Put him back in there. Prompt number 7. A graphic novel, manga, or manhwa. We love a good manga, graphic novel, manhwa in this household. Okay, here's the thing. I can finish off the final one of the A Stepmother's Mission. We can finish off the last one of these. I think the others releasing in March from Amazon. Or I can start on Villains Are Destined to Die. So we can do this one instead. I haven't started this one yet. Otherwise, for manga, we have Skip Beat or Yona of the Dawn. I do want to continue with Skip Beat, but it's given me such an opportunity to go into my manhwas. So, they're just both so pretty. I think I'm going to start with Villains Are Destined to Die, Volume 1. And it is by SUOL. The original story by Gwon Gyeoeul. I'd almost be able to pronounce this if it was in Hangul and not English. When it's in English or the, Romanized version of Hangul, I'm lost. Because I didn't learn Hangul or Korean with the Romanized? Is it Romanized or romanticized? I think it's Romanized. Anyway, that is our book number 7. Package delivery. It is the second novel of Out of Count's Family by Gyeoeul Han. Yes. Alright. It's enough fangirl break. Novel number 8 is going to be Blue. Maybe dragons? You know, I think there's only one choice. Maybe dragons? I mean, we could. This one has dragons in it. But I think we're going to go with Eragon by Christopher Paolini. There you go. And now we're on to our final pick. Number 9 is going to be no reading, write a chapter. It's not past me. So funny. Alright. I will be writing a chapter of my book. But this also means we have to choose another book as well. Because I will write. I promise. I promise I'll write. But at the same time, we need a 9th book to read. Sneaky past you, Hannah. Oh, another orange. Lovely. An author you've never read. Oof. Red. Don't really feel like. I've read all of them. Onto the Kindle Unlimiteds again. There's a lot of authors I've never read. But I'm thinking of doing my audiobook. I want a fantasy, I think. Just looked up The Bridge Kingdom, but it doesn't seem to have an audiobook. I heard Destiny talk about this one, Tom Lake, by Anne Patchett. But it's the audiobook narrated by Meryl Streep. So it's on Spotify's library. And it looks like either women's fiction or literary fiction. So we're going to lock it in for an author you haven't read. Wherever this little thing is. Okay, to run through our final list for prompt 1, which was country cowboy vibes, we have Mates at Billabong by Mary Grant Bruce. So historical literary fiction. Next we had a historical or war novel, and I decided to go with historical literary fiction again. And I went with Anne of Avonlea by L.M. Montgomery. So there's that one. Then we have a book with no person on the cover, and I chose Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And it is a literary fiction time travel novel. So it's a translated fiction. Prompt 4 was a book from your favourite genre, so I went with K.M. Shea's Crown of Moonlight, which is the second book in the Court of Midnight and Deception trilogy. Then we had an Enid Blyton mystery, and I'm going for book 3 in the Five Find Outers series. Obviously the series is by Enid Blyton, and we are going with The Mystery of the Secret Room. So there's that one for book 5. For book 6, we got the prompt, a cliche trope book, and we're going to continue with the Appies series. And the next book, which is book 4, is Romancing the Grump, and it is by Jenny Proctor. Again, it's contemporary sports romance. Book 7, we got the prompt, a graphic novel, manga or manhwa. I went with a manhwa, and we are starting The Villains Are Destined to Die series. This is volume 1 by SUOL, and it is a fantasy romance manhwa. The next prompt we got was Maybe Dragons, and we are going with the Inheritance Cycle first book, Eragon by Christopher Paolini. And then we got the prompt. Then we got the surprise prompt. A little sneaky past me. Forgot about this in the future me. No reading, write a chapter. I'll be writing a chapter, don't you worry about that. Then we had for our final book prompt, because I felt like adding another in after that dud. I mean, it's not a dud, but you know, it's not exactly a book either. And it was an author you've never read before. And I chose Tom Lake by Anne Patchett, and that is also going to be our audiobook choice of the month, which is narrated by Meryl Streep, so that should be fun. So there's our pile with a few missing digital and audiobooks in there. I'm kind of excited. Most of them are literary fiction, I think, this time around. I mean, we have a few romances as well. A few fantasies of varying kinds as well, so I'm actually very excited for this month. So that wraps up our TBR. Again, I'll go into more details in reading vlogs or the wrap-up. But until then, I hope you enjoy your own reading month. Let me know if you have a TBR. And I shall see you all in the next video. Peace!
T26